There is a point in a man's journey where he can no longer pretend he is satisfied with who he has become, a point where comfort becomes suffocating, routine becomes prison. And the man staring back from the mirror feels unfamiliar, soft, distracted, diluted, deep inside. Something ancient stirs. Something older than civilization, older than language, older than fear. A primal memory. A forgotten truth. You were not born to be ordinary. Before we go deeper into semen retention mastery, subscribe to this channel and join our Telegram community. Link below. You'll get guidance, insights, and exclusive updates designed to accelerate your growth. Stay connected. Your discipline, focus, and transformation begin right here. For generations, men carried strength, discipline, and purpose as instinct, not instruction. They did not ask for motivation. They did not wait for permission. Their existence was sharpened by hardship, duty, and honor. Their identity was forged in responsibility and restraint. But today, modern men drown in convenience, stimulation, and endless temptation. Their power slips away, not stolen, but surrendered. The warrior's ascension begins the moment a man realizes this truth. The moment he sees the chains, not physical, but psychological. The chains of addiction, lust, comfort, procrastination, weakness, the chains he forged himself, link by link. And when he finally understands that no one is coming to save him, something shifts. The warrior awakens. Semen retention is not just a practice, it is the first doorway, the first battle, the first rebellion against the weakness that has consumed modern masculinity. When a man chooses retention, he is not simply abstaining, he is reclaiming command over his instinct. He is refusing to be ruled by impulse. He is choosing mastery over surrender. At first, the journey feels chaotic. The body resists. The mind protests. Urges become loud. The temptation becomes aggressive. But this is not failure. This is proof of transformation. A wild horse thrashes hardest just before it is tamed. So does the undisciplined mind. Most men will break here. Most men will return to the comfort of instant pleasure. Most men will justify their surrender with excuses disguised as logic. It doesn't matter. Everyone does it. It's natural. But the warrior knows something they do not. Natural does not mean beneficial. Discipline creates evolution. The first stage of retention is resistance. Every urge becomes a test. Every thought becomes a battlefield. Every night feels like a fight against shadows. But slowly, silently, a shift occurs. His energy stops leaking. His body begins to rebuild. His eyes sharpen. His posture changes. His voice deepens, not because he forces it, but because he becomes it. Then comes the second stage, reconstruction. This is where the body remembers what it was designed to be. Testosterone rises, motivation returns. Confidence emerges. It's not loud, but grounded. The warrior starts feeling hunger not for pleasure, but for life. The fire that was weakened now burns steady. Women sense the change first. Not because he tries, but because energy speaks before words ever do. His presence becomes magnetic, not needy. His silence becomes respectful, not insecure. His stillness becomes powerful, not passive. He is no longer chasing validation. He is choosing who deserves access. After reconstruction comes the third stage, clarity. The fog that once clouded his mind lifts. Decisions become cleaner. Focus becomes sharper. Distractions lose power. He begins to understand what he truly wants, not what society told him to want. His goals stop being fantasies and become targets. At this stage, he sheds his former identity. The version of himself that relied on comfort, lust, and entertainment begins to vanish. Old habits crumble not by force, but by irrelevance. He no longer desires what used to control him. He no longer worships dopamine. He generates purpose. Then comes the fourth stage, dominion. This is where the warrior does not merely control his desires, he directs them. Sexual energy becomes fuel, not leak. Aggression becomes ambition, not chaos. Stillness becomes strategy, not laziness. He becomes capable of intensity without losing peace, and capable of peace without losing edge. Dominion brings something most men will never feel: the fusion of the monk and the warrior, a balance between fire and silence, rage and discipline, strength and wisdom. He becomes dangerous, not reckless, powerful, not prideful, confident, not arrogant. But the ascension does not stop here. There is a final stage, the one only the rarest men reach: legacy. Legacy is when the warrior's life stops being about survival and becomes about creation. His retained energy becomes innovation, leadership, influence. His purpose expands beyond himself. He builds mind, body, wealth, impact, direction. A retained man becomes a man with vision, not blurred by addiction. not weakened by indulgence, not softened by distraction. His life begins aligning because he is aligned. And for the first time in years, sometimes decades, he feels alive. Not stimulated, not excited, alive. Semen retention is misunderstood because the world is terrified of what disciplined men become. A man who controls his desire cannot be manipulated by marketing, pornography, or shallow validation. A man who protects his seed protects his destiny. This path is not easy and it is not meant to be. The warrior's ascension demands sacrifice. It demands the death of who you were for the birth of who you are becoming. The weak version of you will beg, negotiate, and justify relapse. But every time you resist, every time you choose mastery, every time you conquer the urge, you forge a new level of yourself. There will be nights where your mind tries to betray you. There will be days where urges strike at random. There will be moments where the body tries to reclaim old habits. But you must remember, if you can conquer yourself, nothing external can conquer you. Retention is not about punishment. It is about transformation. You are not turning away from pleasure. You are building a life where pleasure is earned, not escaped into. With time, you begin to understand the deeper truth. You are not holding energy. You are becoming energy. Your eyes begin to reflect intention. Your movements become deliberate. Your presence carries weight. People take you seriously not because of status or appearance, but because your energy communicates certainty. This is the ascension, not into perfection, but into power. Not into ego, but into identity. Not into superiority, but into sovereignty. There will come a day quiet, ordinary, unplanned when you will realize the urges no longer control you. Your mind no longer negotiates. The battle becomes quiet, not because it has ended, but because you have won. On that day, you will understand why ancient warriors, samurai, monks, and kings practiced retention, not for morality, but for strategy. Because energy stored is power multiplied. From that day forward, you no longer chase women, you attract women. Not with manipulation, but with presence. You no longer chase goals, you execute goals. You no longer hope to become strong, you embody strength. Men around you will sense something different. Some will admire it, some will envy it, some will fear it, but none will ignore it. Because a man who ascends stands out even in silence. From here, life becomes a battlefield, but one you are finally prepared for. Not as a victim, but as a warrior. Not as a follower, but as a leader. Not as a boy, but as a man. And now, the final truth. Ascension does not end. There is no finish line. As long as breath remains in your body, you evolve. Every day is another opportunity to sharpen discipline, strengthen purpose, and deepen mastery. So stand firm, protect your energy, guard your seed like the crown of royalty, because it is. Discipline is the throne. Purpose is the sword. Retention is the fire. You are not here to exist. You are here to rise. The warrior's ascension has begun. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. If you get incredible energy from video, write senior in comments section. If you have other queries, then ask in comments. We'd love to hear from you.